So do you remember the last episode of Tabs, Friday's episode, where we showed off this modded Renaissance faction? We also showed the first custom 3D models that we've seen in the game, the monkeys and the guns. Ooh, look at this. But remember this guy? He got me curious, man. This was called the Renaissance Jouster, and what? Did he just poop out a brick? That man pooped out a brick. But it got me thinking, would it be cool to see this guy on a horse? I want you to close your eyes and repeat after me. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Well, he doesn't exactly look the same as the little knight. I think it would be cool, and in fact, when I looked up this mod, it was supposed to have, quote, a cavalryman, but he's not in here, and I have looked extensively. But look at this. So we've got 3 different kinds of mammoths now. We've got mammoth cavalry with the spear guy on the top. We got the mammoth, and then we have this little guy who's so happy he's dancing. The baby mammoth. Let's send them into battle. Now look at this. So this is the new exotic tribal faction, right? And I love it. We've got archers. Let's put a few of them in there. Put a few barbarians. And look at this. Okay, so the archers have these teeny little bows. And then these guys are just, it seems like they're armed with random weapons, but I don't think this works because cavemen aren't supposed to have like iron, copper, or any kind of metal swords. But look at this. This guy on top is throwing his spear. Oh, he just fell off. Oh my god, he's getting trampled. That poor man. Is he dead? No, he's getting up. Use your spear! We gotta see how good Oliphant warriors are. Yeah, it's very strange when you see some tribal guys with Roman spears and iron swords. Oh my god, heads up! Oh, he just got knocked out by some friendly, mammoth action. So what I want to see is, can this new exotic tribal faction beat the old one? A jaguar knight? So here's the new tribal faction, and we've got the Gatherer, which I love it because in the early ages of men, allegedly, we were all hunter-gatherers, right? I mean, no one was there to write it down and survive. We didn't have written language, so the hunter is here. He's got a bow. Then we got the barbarian. We've got the axe warrior. This guy looks pretty dope. I think this is like a club master or something. The baby mammoth who's always so happy. This is the jaguar warrior, and I love this because this is, quote, the early wheel, and it's got a spear thrower. And then we've got the mammoth tamer, and we're gonna have them fight the old tribal faction. Now, my money's on the new one because they've got 2 mammoths, but we will see, because you gotta remember that they have a bone mage, and maybe if he survives long enough, he's gonna give him a chance. And the mammoth broke the early wheel. The mammoth trainer, oh man, swing and a miss on that first spear shot. Oh my god, the stone thrower, ooh, that does not look good. The bone mage just got trampled, but the stone thrower threw the stone and took off the guy that was commanding the other elephant. Oh man, that's not enough spears. So I think what we're gonna have to do here is we're gonna check out this new faction. Ooh, Reds lost their mammoth. They still, and Blue, the bad guys. I'm gonna say that the new modded faction is the bad guys. Alright, Farmer faction versus the exotic tribe, as brought to us by the mod. Now remember, the mods can be found in the video description below, and it's relatively easy to mod. If you guys want me to make a video on how to mod, or like put it in, and then I can always link to it. Oh, that guy's gonna get a spear in the head. Woo! Okay, so we have a car accident. The world's first car accident. Oh, did he just get knocked out? No, they're not X's, they're V's. That means he was bracing for impact. So I'm thinking these guys have a chance if the summoner can do a decent job at taking down the enemy infantry, and then and he's probably gonna get trampled, and he doesn't look too good. That's not good. Oh, and then Mammoth got his tusks stuck on the tree. So the harvester is taking out enemy infantry. Oh, watch out! Oh man, that's bad news. So it looks like, come on harvester. Ooh, okay. All right, here we go. The medieval faction. Now they've got siege equipment, and they've got the great king with the Zweihänder, the mighty two-handed sword. Now, if you've been playing Mordhau, there's some guys just running around willy-nilly swinging these and just taking down everybody. So the catapult took out the early wheel, and the knight is deciding, oh my gosh. That mammoth literally just rampaged and took out the healer and the catapult in one fell swoop. Is the king dead? No, the king is trying to fight a mammoth. The knight is going out to fight some infantry. Good for him. You know, he's a brave man, and now he's dead. So, I don't know. We can't just put them in a line. We could beat them, but we'd have to put them in a proper formation. And I'm fairly certain we could. So after we try all the factions, I want to go back and see, you know, kind of like be like, oh, I could definitely use this faction to do it. Actually, I bet the Dynasty faction could beat them. All right, King. I don't know. Oh, the King's gonna win. Unless he gets killed by archers. Now remember, so that's like a gatherer that was pushing the early wheel, and then we've got a hunter with a little bow, and he is not accurate. I guess these early human-made bows are just not very good. Oh, right in the nuts! Well, there's not gonna be little princes running around anytime soon, I think, after that shot. In the name of the Ponty! In the Purr! So Medieval was able to do it, but if you look closely over here, we've got this new unit called a centurion. Let's see how good he is. All right, so with Zeus, a Minotaur, and a Ballista, and then this new centurion, I think they have a chance. Will they be as good? Let's see. It all depends. Oh, Snakey McSnake. It depends who the Ballista targets first, and if it gets a shot off at all. Ballista, are you shooting anybody? What? I don't understand. Now he's gonna get trampled and destroyed. And Zeus is still alive, though. That's pretty key until... No, he's still alive. Oh my gosh. He just wiped out all that infantry. Now, there is a way, I think... I would love to see Tabs multiplayer. I wonder... I feel like there could be a Tabs 2. I wonder. But I'm getting ahead of myself. And, so the tribal faction... Oh my god. He hit the Centurion in the kneecap and took him out. This guy's gonna get stabbed to death. Yep. So this is kind of interesting. This is a special unit and it's called an ice catapult, but it doesn't... Oh. I was gonna say it doesn't look any different. It looks like it throws a stone. It might look like it throws a stone, but it's throwing the Ulra's axe. And that has freezing properties to it, right? But unless it's gonna really need to hit that elephant, oh my gosh. All the siege equipment immediately gets trampled by these mammoths. Look at him, it looks like he's lost access, or rather he's lost use of his legs here. The Frost Archer's trying to freeze him, the Bear Man's fighting. We've got these guys who are tangled up with their weapons and shields, but there are a lot of them left. It doesn't look like... I don't know, it doesn't look right now that the Viking faction is going to be able to defeat the exotic tribal faction. I don't know what it is, but with all the mods, it seems like there's... Oh my. Hold on. Oh, well, that doesn't look good. It's a one guy with a giant paddle versus a mammoth, and we should have expected that, really. So the Vikings are out, now we gotta go to the mighty Dynasty faction. Alright, so once again, we've got some siege equipment, but I think with the Monkey King's ability to teleport, he might be able to distract the mammoths and give them a decent chance. What? Sir, are you shooting at ants? I guess he's trying to track the early wheel, so a very good distraction vehicle. But speaking of distractions, and the siege equipment's dead. I mean, seriously, you can't just put them in a line, you have to use formations, but I feel like for the sake of, you know, having equitability and like an even chance for both factions, we just line them up, cheapest to most expensive. It's kind of how we're doing it. Oh my gosh, we should probably do a new Tabs tournament. Now that we've got, you know, all of these new, ooh, that looks like it hurts, man. Now that we've got like the new Dynasty faction and all these secret units, it would be really interesting. We kind of did a Tabs faction tournament as like the first episode when Tabs was released. Oh man, Dynasty's getting wrecked. So let's see. Medieval won. Was Medieval the only one that won? I think so. Alright, so now we've got all of the secret units, and as a result, I feel like we needed to double and put in a few early wheels. But basically, Mammoth Cavalry versus all of the secret units in the game right now. I wanted to see how this would go, but honestly, when you put Artemis on a battlefield and a bunch of giants, like, I think it's very safe to say who's gonna win. This guy's actually still alive. Let's see if he survives impact with the ground. Excuse me, sir. Are you having a good day? Well, I don't even know how to write. Well, that doesn't need... Oh. Does he get up? Are you getting up? Oh, well, he was about to, till he took 8 arrows in his spinal column, and I just have to say, It's never good when that happens. Oh wow. I thought he was carrying a sword. I thought the ice giant was carrying a sword. This is inevitability, sir. You're about to die. Make peace with your maker. Well, I actually think that reality isn't real. And we are in the blue eye of a giant named Macumba. Alright, well, let's see how that works out for you. Meet your maker, or meet your giant eyeball? I don't know. Oh! Sneaky! Samurai giant for the win. Alright, so now what I want to do is actually create an army. What's a realistic army that this new tribal faction would bring out? Alright, so I kind of wanted to create like a little bit of a battle for Pelennor Fields from Lord of the Rings and see how that does. By the way, I just want to show this again. Every time I see this, I think it would probably make the coolest like secret unit in tabs. Like a bone mage, but like just bigger and badder. So they're gonna send in their cavalry and early wheeled chariots of some sort, and then they're gonna be followed up by the great Oliphants, right? Then they've got their warriors, and then their ranged units and their champions, kind of in the middle and the back there, respectively. So let's see, what army do I want to fight? Well, obviously, we have to put them against one of the best formations of all time, a pike and shield phalanx. So, or I guess it is kind of, nah, not really Testudo. They're backed up by hoplites, they've got some siege equipment, and they've got this new centurion unit. So it's basically more units versus bigger ones, but they do have their infantry in the back there. These elephants, these war elephants are gonna wreak havoc. I can't wait till we can like customize the models, because I think war elephants would be really cool and fit in very, very well with the whole, ancient Greek unit. Oh man, like the ancient units, like they could have that, right? And then we could recreate some really cool battles from Alexander the Great. When modding gets custom models, we could have, oh, look at those arrows coming in. We could have Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones. I'm just so excited to see, you know, how mods are gonna progress and how the game's gonna progress. Like, I know that they've said there's gonna be what? The Renaissance faction, I think, is next. And then there's 2 secret factions. Do you think we'll get any more after that, or will that be it? Because, I mean, if you think about it, there could be endless new factions. What happened to the other ballista? Is it dead? Oh god. I think there's too many, yeah. This is bad. This is bad for the ancient faction of Greeks and Romans. Ladies and gentlemen, I sure hope that you enjoyed another episode of Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. If you've got any custom battles, leave them in the comments below. If you've got any mods that you think I should check out, let me know. And if you haven't seen our most recent video where we showed guns, the first custom models, those in the monkey faction that were added to tabs, go check out our last video before this one. And I'll see you guys in the next one.